Welcome to the RNG test. The rules are as follows. I have to get the rarest drop from every monster in the game. I can only use items found on the ground and items from monsters I slay. I'll be unlocking certain abilities as hit milestones of monsters completed, and once an item's on the collection log, it is no longer required to get as a drop from other monsters. I'm starting at 32 quest points, so let's get right into it. Hello everyone and welcome to RNG test. This is literally just an account where I test my RNG on every single monster that I can and see what it takes to get the rarest drops from them. So we need to get 32 quest points to start off, so that way we can get champion scrolls right off the bat. And yeah, let's just hop right into it, knock out these quests quick, and then we'll do our first monster. That's Cook's Assistant completed. That is X marks the spot completed, and we do get an antique lamp from this. I haven't made this account members yet, so I'm just gonna hold on to it for now. We're actually going to destroy this lamp because it's just part of the 32 quest points we're gonna get. So whenever we go to Corrend for a monster, we can reclaim that, but we're dropping the beginner clue. That's Romeo and Juliet completed. That's Witch's Potion completed. And that's Prince Ali Rescue completed. That is Sheep Shearer completed. That's Ernest the Chicken completed. That's Goblin Diplomacy. That's Rune Mysteries. That's Pirate's Treasure completed. That is The Restless Ghost. And that's Misthalin Mystery completed. And that is the end of the free-to-play quests. As you can tell, I haven't become a member yet, but these are my stats after the quests. And we're gonna go finally start killing our first monster, which is spiders. So, this is Shadow from the future already fixing my screw-ups from episode 1. If you guys have watched any of my series, you know I screw up episode 1 every time. And I'm adding this in to make it better. So, I never actually went over the sheet. So this is the sheet. And of course, this is a future version of the sheet. I am modifying it as I'm going. So this is several episodes in. I have added this whole calculator tab, which tells me what drop rate I'm going for, how many kills it took to get that. That's the chance of that happening, essentially, is the short version. We'll get into that part later. But for now, this is essentially the main screen. This is how many kills I've killed in each tier. This is how many monsters I killed in each tier. This is the total monsters completed throughout all the tiers. This is the total kills throughout all of the tiers. This will be where I put my next unlock. So next unlock would be 25 in this episode. And this is where my current monster is. This is kind of my home screen for everything. So then we go into the actual tabs. So I cleared all this out so you guys don't know the progress yet. But it's essentially levels 1 through, again, this is an older version that I've been modifying. So this is actually 1 through 20 now. And these are all the monsters, their HP levels, their highest drop rates, what the item is, and just additional info about them. So like Jeff is in Falador, so it's easier for me to find it. This is where I'll put the KC done. So if I got it in 128 KC, I would then punch that into the calculator and type in the dry percentage here. That is the process of how it works. All of the monsters in the game that I could find are on this sheet. And as you could tell, this took a lot of time and research to make. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be evolving. I know I'm going to miss some monsters. There's already a couple I've added in that I've found, but this is the short version. If you want to see everything that's on these lists, pause the video, slow it down, do what you got to do. The bosses, again, none of this is perfect. I'm doing it as I go. There's stuff in here that I may never even touch. There's stuff I may do. So like the fishing, the skilling pets, I don't really have a way to calculate that accurately without taking massive notes, which I don't plan on doing. But there's other stuff like the brimstone chest, the Laren's big chest, stuff like that, the big bass, etc., etc. This is the unlock rule screen. This has changed from the first episode a little bit because I thought stuff was a little too easy or too hard. So basically, once I kill 5 monsters, I can fish and cook whatever food I need. Once I hit level 25, I can quest whenever I want as long as I have the required items from monsters to do so. Construction, I can woodcut and train construction and also fletching may or may not be involved in that. I'm kind of deciding that when I get there. Most likely not going to be involved though. And then I have to do one from the boss or miscellaneous tab. That's at 75, 100, and 125. I can do that whenever, but I have to do it to pass the spot. There's no easy way past it. Once I hit 150, I have Slayer unlocked, which has a whole rule section down here we'll get to. And once I hit 250, I've essentially completed most of it, and I can unlock shops, which will unlock a lot more content. So essentially, once we hit 250 completed monsters throughout this list, which is like basically 3 full sections, essentially, it means that I can get more content involved and kind of return to basics and develop the account even more. So these are the general rules. If you want to read them, pause it now. I'm realizing it doesn't actually show the last 2 lines here for some reason. So I'm just gonna click this and scroll back up for you guys, and you can read the last 2 lines. So yeah, the notes thing here, ignore that. That's for me. That might be a spoiler. If you see it, good for you. If not, let's get back to the video. All right, and here we are at our first ever monster, the spider level 1. We're gonna use up our runes here first, just because may as well get some magic XP, and they're low level anyways. And we are gonna calculate all of our experience because they have no drops, so RuneLite doesn't track it. So yeah, I will get back to you when I get the beginner clue. And there it is, the clue scroll beginner. That was 43 kills, so a good start to the account. Let's go see if we can do it. While I'm doing that clue scroll, we'll go back to this sheet here and we'll go to our beginner tier. We have the spider level 1, 1 and 128, beginner clue, KC done, 43. Now if we go back to our progress sheet, it says 1 monster is completed and we have killed a total of 43 monsters. Our next unlock is at 5 completed, and if we click on this sheet, that will be fishing and cooking as needed. So on to the next monster once we're done with this clue, or drop this clue. And we got a Charlie Tramp step, so unfortunately this clue is a drop. On to the next monster. Actually, before I do that, we got 7 magic, 2 ranged, and 2 attack from the spiders. Not a lot of gains, but wanted to get some levels under my belt. Alright, and here we are with our second monster of the series, chickens. Obviously, gonna kill the chickens, gonna bury every bone, collect all of the meat, and since it's from a monster that we are killing, we are allowed to cook the meat and keep all the feathers, and we are once again going for a beginner clue, 1 and 128. I take that back, 1 and 300. I had to look it up again. That's gonna be a frequent thing that you guys hear from me, I'm pretty sure. Well, I didn't realize it at the time, but we're up to 305 KC, which means we are dry for a beginner clue. And there is the beginner clue, 578 KC. Not super ideal, but didn't go double the drop rate. Let's go do it. Or let's not, because I don't think I can do any Charlie Tramp stats. But these are the stats. Got all the way up to 30 cooking, 15 attack, 11 strength, 10 defense. I was getting runes from the magic tutor, so 20 magic and 18 prayer. Not too bad. On to the next monster. All right, the next monster we'll be going for is the cow calf. We're going to step it up a little bit with something that can actually damage us this time. Banking is going to be kind of annoying because of the cow hides, but we are definitely going to keep it all because we need that sweet, sweet crafting experience. So let's get into it. Beginner clue, 1 and 128 is the drop we're going for. Suppose I should also mention we got 480 cooked chickens and just under 3,700 feathers, so not too bad. All right, and here we are at the cow pen. We are going to be killing the level 2 cow calves, not the regular cows. Why? Because they have less HP, and yeah, figured we'd start off small. Cows will most likely be next. That's right, I'm looking at you, Mr. Cow. And there's our beginner clue. 60 KC on the dot, not too bad actually. Can we do it though? That is the question. Looks like we can. Let's go see what we get. All right, and there's the casket. Let's see what we get while running away from the scorpions. I'll take the armor upgrade. It is actually a decent upgrade for me, but other than that, I didn't really need 2 of them. But the oak longbow is kind of useless, so Well, that is 3 monsters completed, 2 more until we get fishing and cooking as needed, but with all the beef and chicken we're getting, I don't think I'm going to need to use those skills for a while. But speaking of beef, we're on to the next one. Cows. Let's do it. Also, 10128 beginner clue. Alright, and here we are back in the cow pen, killing the regular cows this time. Oh, look at us growing up already. Ah yes, me just getting a prayer level reminded me these are the stats. Not too different. And there it is, finally, the beginner clue, 330 KC. Wet dry for this one as well. And we can't do any trailer tramp steps, so let's go get our new monster. Alright, that's 4 monsters down, 1 more to go until we can unlock fishing and cooking, which means we can take on some harder stuff eventually. So for now, we're going to start with the giant rat as our 5th monster. Let's get to it. Alright, and here we are in the lumbered swamp. We're going to be killing these giant rats. Beginner clue 10128. These are the stats after the cows. I forgot to show it before. So we got base 20s, 24 strength, got the 24 magic, 21 prayer. I am stacking up the runes now. I figure I can save them for a little bit harder monsters in the future. But let's see if we get it 1 KC. Of course not. Why would we? But let's get to it. Should be a quick one, hopefully. I mean, same drop rate as the cow, and I went over double drop right there, so let's hope. Well, that was a quick one. There's our beginner clue scroll at 42 KC. Very nice. And we can do the first step, so we're going to go do this. These are the stats. Hit 200 total level on that task. So very happy about that. Making good progress. All right, and there's the casket. Let's see what we get. A wizard hat. You know what? It's technically an upgrade. I will take it. Alright, I think it's high time we go for the Barbarian. It is one that I've been dreading a little bit because there's a lot of drops. So from a Barbarian level 8, which is right here, there are several. This is our first several one. There's only 1 spawn in the Blue Moon Inn, but we need to get an Iron Mace, a Law Rune drop, Tin Ore, Bear Fur, Beer, Cooked Meat, Flyer, Ring Mold, and an easy clue from this Barbarian. So we're going to be here for a while, and we need to bond up for this, because easy clues are only dropped in members worlds. But there's a chance of getting the gem drop table, so that's something, I guess. It's only a 1 in 699,000 to get a dragon spear, so there's that. Alright, and here we are at the Barbarian. We're going to be here for quite a while. It's the only level 8 Barbarian in the game, and it spawns here. I'm afraid to wonder how long the spawn time is, but we'll find out soon. Alright, looks like the spawn timer is about 15 seconds, so it's not too bad, but we are definitely going to be using some food here with 20 defense, so I'll see you when I get one of the drops. Well, that's not one of the drops we actually need, but we can do clues for monsters because it's something we get from the mob we're working on, so let's do them. Alright, well, we start the long trek back. Let's see what we got. Water runes. Huzzah. But we actually can't get runes yet, so I guess not bad. Well, there's the tin ore, and there's a law rune. And there's a staff. That is nice. We can actually auto cast with that, which is, oh, so much better than manually casting. Trust me on that one. Another casket. Another nothing. It did use up a little bit more runes just so I could get 25 magic. That way I can teleport to Barrack because we've now got fire runes as well. So yeah, should save a little bit of walking time, thankfully. And there's the easy clue. We'll try and do this. It's not too bad. Let's go do it. And there's our first easy casket on the account. This could actually contain quite a few big upgrades for me. So let's see what we get. That totally figures. That's exactly. And there's the big one, the Iron Mace. Finally a weapon upgrade. Gives us 2 melee strength and 11 crush bonus. So definitely an upgrade. Very happy with that. And there's our cooked meat. Nice 1-step beginner clue. What do we get? Yeah, I'll actually take that. That is a ranged upgrade for me. I don't think I can even use it yet. I think I need 5. Yeah, 5, but we can use our steel arrows with that when we get 2 more levels. And there's the beer. Oh, we got another beginner clue, but needs a chef hat and a red cape, so can't do it yet. Another casket. And some food. Some better food than what we have. I will take it. It's sad that beginner clues are actually nice right now. Another casket. Ooh, an iron pickaxe and a steel axe. That's actually... I think that's actually... Oh, no. Not quite a melee upgrade. Yeah, no, not a melee upgrade, but it is nice for if we ever need to woodcut or mine. And there's the bear fur. Now we just need the flyer and the ring mold, and we're done with the barbarian. This one's been very annoying with the one spawn taking forever, so... It's 15 seconds, but it feels so much longer. And there's the pointless flyer, but we've got it now. Another casket. Ooh, that is an upgrade for sure. We take that. Look at us looking fancy. We 100% take that. And there is the ring mold, completing the barbarian finally. 323 kills. Completed 6 beginner clues and 1 easy. Had to drop 2 beginners and drop 2 easies. Not too bad. I'd say pretty good overall. Let's see what's next. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. Went a little bit dry, I think. I'm not really sure exactly how the multiple drops work. I probably should. I'm going to look into that and get better at knowing that. But for now, our next monster is going to be Goblin. So according to my rules, I have to get the rarest drop, which is a Goblin champion scroll. We have to do these last couple of quests now that we are a member, and then we have to get a Goblin champion scroll. That's very annoying to say. But once we get it, we no longer have to get it from any monster that drops it, because once it's on the collection log, it's on the collection log, it's done. So it's going to be a long one, but we're going to get a lot of stats doing it. We're going to knock out our first champion scroll. Alright, so we're going to start our quests. We need to do Monk's Friend, Gertrude's Cat, Murder Mystery, and Clock Tower. So let's get started with everyone's favorite quest, Monk's Friend. And that is Monk's Friend completed. And that is Clock Tower completed. While I'm doing Murder Mystery, I feel like I should probably clarify some things. I am allowed to pick up stuff to do these quests here. I will be dropping it all once I'm done, because it's an exception to get 32 quest points so I can get the rarest drop. Long story short, I'm not allowing myself shops. It seems kind of cheap to do everything just from monster drops, but then go buy the stuff I need, if that makes sense. So no buying runes, no buying arrows, stuff like that. I will allow like non-interfaced shops. So like I can buy farming tools from the farmer guys. I can get the runes and stuff like that from the magic tutor, stuff like that. But as far as like tools and stuff, like that ring mold I got, that's my ring mold. I need to use that as my thing. Where the hell is David? But long story short, yeah, so I may make exceptions for this in the future. Where is David? Am I blind? Where is David? David! But yeah, I may make some exceptions in the future. I'm not entirely sure. There's David. But the long story short is I'm not using shops. I'm going to drop all the stuff once I'm done with these quests and go from there pretty much. That is Murder Mystery completed. That is Gertrude's Cat completed. And now we have a kitten, aka the Death Rune Supplier. Eventually. Alright, before we start the Goblin Massacre, I should clarify something. I have removed the shops as the level 25 reward, and it is now questing as needed instead, and construction has been moved up to 50 total monsters completed. So, questing as needed is mostly just doing quests so I can unlock certain monsters, basically. And yes, I can kind of manipulate that because I choose my monsters, but I do have to finish the monster to do the quest, basically. So it kind of is a double-edged sword, but I figured this way works better, and I really have to earn Slayer. So it's I don't know. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on it. So let's start the Goblin Massacre, starting at 0 KC, 1 in 5,000 drop rate. Let's do it. And here we are, one of the most iconic places in RuneScape, right outside of Lumbridge. Let's kill these goblins. 1 in 5,000 drop. Gonna be here a while. I'll let you know when we hit some milestones, pretty much. And there's our actual first and probably only upgrade, the Bronze Square Shield. It is slightly better, but yeah, not for magic. But everything else, it is a little more defensive, so we'll take it. Another casket. And a black sword, which is an upgrade for us. I think now that I have a black weapon, which is kind of what I was opening these for, I am actually going to stack them up until the end of the monster. Beginner clues don't really have a lot of great rewards. A black sword is pretty much as good as it gets for the most part. I don't really need anything better. So I'm going to stack up all the beginner clues that I get from goblins, and we'll see how many we have by the end of this. 25 prayer. 30 defense. Alright, so we have a Charlie the Tramp step, and it is to cook a trout. I don't have a fly fishing rod, but one does spawn on the Isle of Souls, so I'm gonna head over there and grab that, and then we're gonna do some fishing to get our levels up, because we have a small fishing net, and we're allowed to train fishing and cooking. So let's go do that. And I figure while I'm here, I may as well look around, because there's a lot of weird item spawns around Soul Wars Island. So I'm just going to go around and pick up everything, because they'll be useful in the future. So I'll let you know what I find. Alright, so there's quite a few useful things here. We got a big fishing net, lobster pot, some rope. We got a pestle and mortar, which is actually huge, because I wasn't sure if there was another spawn for that. Got some bird snares, fly fishing rod, a regular fishing rod, which is nice. And I just filled up on the planks that spawn right here. So a lot of good useful tools that actually unlock quite a bit of stuff for us. So let's go fish and get this 17 fishing for a raw trout. But first, I'm going to go do this easy clue. That is 20 fishing. I'm realizing you guys can't see this because of the overlay I use to hide all the chat. So you guys can see the current monster. Yeah. Kind of an oversight on my part, but oh well. 20 fishing. Let's go get a trout. And then back to clue hunting, aka Goblin Champions go hunting. Just realized I passed 500 KC. So today I learned you can get 4 Garmy Snapdragons from doing the Party Pete thing with the balloons. Interesting. 35 strength. So while I murder some goblins ruthlessly, I figured I'd kind of give a background on how this idea kind of came to be. So I was just kind of scrolling YouTube one day, just seeing what was around, and I saw a Lonescapes on drop rate series. And I thought that would be an interesting idea. And then I realized how much work would have to go into making a spreadsheet and stuff like that, and I kind of just let it go. I didn't really think about it again. And then a couple months later, another one of his videos popped in. It was another on drop rate, and I was, I did have that one idea. Maybe I should work on that. So, for reference, today is October 10th of 2022. And yeah, I started making that spreadsheet 3 months ago. And it took a while, just doing it here and there, just working on it slowly. And once I finally got it done, I was like, all right, I guess it's time to start the account. So I made the account, and yeah, it's been going good so far. We've been in game for 2 hours. So, I mean, I'm mostly making this clip, honestly, to give you guys some context as to where this idea came from, because I'm seeing a lot of like drop rate locked Ironman series now, and it's kind of bummed me out a little bit, honestly. It's like I wanted to get a couple episodes under my belt, and now all of a sudden there's a ton of on drop rate videos. But I do feel like I am doing it different from everyone else, because they're just going to the drop rate, and then whatever they get, they get. We're getting the item. We're going to get the rarest item. It's just a matter of time and how long it takes. The point of this account is not to kill 128 for a 128 drop rate. The point of this account is to see how good my RNG is. And that is kind of a mixed bag at this point. So, but the whole point is to see if my RNG is good or bad. And overall, when we're done with the account, we'll be able to calculate that. But for now, you guys are just going to be in the question marks. And you can do the math if you want, I guess. But I don't want to do the math until this account is completed. And there it is, the Goblin Champion Scroll. I actually can't believe I spooned that so much. 757 kills, and we have it. There we go. Goblin Champion Scroll. Let's go get the new monster. Actually, before we get that, let's open all of the clues we got. We did have to drop 3 easies and 5 beginners, mostly due to items I don't have, which kind of sucks, but we'll get to that in the future whenever we get those items. So let's open the beginners first, see if we get anything good. That Staff of Air is actually beautiful to see. I am thrilled about that. A staff was like the main thing I was hoping for. Steel dagger, longbow, iron pickaxe. They're beginner clues. There's not gonna be much good in these. I'll take arrows all day long. That is an armor upgrade. I will take that for sure. And a hard leather body. That actually is an upgrade as well. All right, time for the 7 easy clues. Hopefully we will get some good stuff from these. That is a black pickaxe. That is definitely something I want in the future. Studded chaps are an upgrade, as is the black axe. We will take this stuff all day long. I just got another black axe and dig site teleports. Studded body, that is an upgrade. Law runes, we will take the law runes. Law runes are so hard to get. Black full helmet, that is an upgrade as well. That is the same stuff I've been getting. And we get a unique, a red beret. Oh, and an amulet of magic. I didn't even see that at first. First off, Fashionscape. Hell yeah. So enough, we actually have a semi-useful amulet. We take that. Let's go get the new monster now. All right, 1 in 5K, the champion scroll completed. Very happy to have that done. That was our 7th monster completed as well. So I think I forgot to change this next unlock thing last time, so it's done now. So up to the Goblin Champion Scroll, we have 2,133 monsters killed in 7 monsters. I'd say that's not too bad, but I'm gonna leave it here for the episode. This is gonna be the end of episode 1. I mean, it hasn't even come out yet. I haven't made an episode yet, so I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm gonna do first off for the next one. You're just gonna have to check out the next episode to see. But if you guys have any questions about this new series, leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I know it's kind of a weird idea, but it's really fun and it's kind of chill just to do it. So at least at this point. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them below. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.